Good afternoon. This session of the Appellate Division, First Department is now open. My colleagues and I welcome you all to these virtual admission ceremonies. Ms. Schwartz, you may proceed.
Good afternoon, and may it please the court. I, Sharon Schwartz, staff counsel to this court's Committee on Character and Fitness, am honored this afternoon to present to the court 35 applicants for admission to the bar. Further, I am pleased to report that the committee has examined the records of each applicant appearing here today. Accordingly, on behalf of the committee, I certify that each applicant appearing here this afternoon does possess the requisite character and fitness to merit admission to the bar of the state of New York, and therefore I do hereby move for their admission.
Thank you. Before we rule on your motion, Ms. Schwartz, I want to take the opportunity to thank the members of the Committee on Character and Fitness for the excellent job they have done to assure that the candidates that are presented here before us are well qualified for admission. We value the committee's work. They honor us by serving pro bono, and their work is appreciated by the justices of the court, as well as the entire New York State Bar. I want you to relate this message to them before we actually rule on it. You don't have to relate it before we rule on the motion, but I want to make sure that you were asked to please do so.
I will. Thank you.
Okay, now everybody, we're going to turn to the motion before the court. I always like to say that Justice Cardozo famously remarked that justice delayed is justice denied, because we are not denying any justice here today. My colleagues and I have decided, and they've authorized me to grant your motion, to grant Ms. Schwartz's motion forthwith, so that the oath of office will now be administered by Margaret Soa, the Deputy Chief Clerk of our court.
Good afternoon, Justice Gish. Good afternoon, candidates. Candidates, please raise your right hand. I'll recite the oath in the form of a question. When I'm done, I'll ask you to unmute your microphones and respond by saying, "I do." Do you solemnly swear or affirm to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Attorney and Counsel at Law according to the best of your ability? Please unmute your mics and respond.
I do.
Congratulations, attorneys. You may lower your hands and please remute your microphones.
Congratulations. You are now officially lawyers. I'm going to ask my colleagues to please unmute their microphones for just a minute so that we can congratulate you and give you a round of applause that you richly deserve. It's customary for one of the justices to give some welcoming remarks to you, and today that honor falls to Justice Angela Mazzarelli.
Thank you, Justice Gish. Congratulations to all of you. This is truly a momentous day for you and for all of your families. Each of you has worked very hard to reach this milestone, and it is truly to be celebrated. We all know that we are living in extraordinary times. More extraordinary than we would like, I think, but they are what they are. Just the fact that this ceremony is being done virtually exemplifies the extraordinary nature of the era that we are living in. Nonetheless, it should not detract from the joy and importance of today for you. Being a lawyer is an honor and a great privilege. It gives you the knowledge and the ability to affect the lives of many people in a positive way. The legal system and lawyers are and have been the most important vehicle for social change throughout the history of our country in every area. Without lawyers and their courageous acts, no progress would have been made in the areas of civil rights, gender equality, equal access for all to economic opportunity, and equal protection for every person under the law. Recent events have shown how crucial this work is. And we all know, unfortunately, that we still have a long road ahead to fully achieve these goals. But it will be you, lawyers like you, who will work to reach those goals. I hope that when conditions permit, you will visit our beautiful courthouse and courtroom and take in their magnificence. When we perform this ceremony in our courtroom, I talk about the beauty and the majesty that surrounds us, and what an honor and privilege it is to be in that room. I point out its magnificent and meaningful art, which exemplifies important concepts in the law. There are murals depicting power, wisdom, and justice, the pillars of our legal system. I mentioned that 2 of the current United States Supreme Court justices and one who has recently passed away were sworn in there in our courtroom, Elena Kagan, Sonia Sotomayor, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. But there are also many other famous lawyers who have been members of the New York Bar. Benjamin Cardozo, Louis Brandeis, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, Thurgood Marshall, to only name a few. Now each of you has joined that same bar, the New York State Bar, and each of you has an opportunity to follow their greatness. You are limited by only your imagination and your energy. So go, celebrate your accomplishments, and forge ahead and work towards achieving equal justice for all. Thank you and congratulations again.
Thank you, Justice Mazzarelli. This admission ceremony is now concluded and court is adjourned.
Thank you to the justices and Ms. Soa. They will now log off and the new attorneys will stay on with me.